Eddie Stevens.
Thanks so much. How's it going, guys? Hey, I do not talk like that. I don't know what to do. I want to warn you right off the bat, I'm very tired. It may affect my performance. And the reason I'm tired, some of you will think I'm bragging, but I just have to tell you. This morning, my girlfriend woke me up with sex. Chill out, I have no idea who she was fucking. It was very loud. It was awful. I begged her to shut up in there, but they were going at it like a pair of horny monkeys, whatever that means. And it was very, very loud, and it was too much. You know what I mean? There's a subtlety to sex. Don't let them have too much fun. That's what I say. Okay. I work out regularly. I think that's very obvious from looking at me. Thank you. Whistles, thank you. But you know, I enjoy the working out and the training. What I don't like is the nutrition side of it, the dieting. Anyone who's on a diet? Yeah. No, you're not. No one on a diet goes, yep. Yep, worked out that. Yeah, but you know how dieting works. It sucks. I hate dieting. And I was on a very strict diet recently for purely arrogant reasons. And I turned into a huge shithead. And my girlfriend and I decided together that I needed to do something about this, because it's hard to stick to a diet, right? So we decided I should have one cheat day a week. And some people, you know what the cheat day is, right? But some people don't know. The way that the cheat day works is this. 6 days out of the week, you're having a shitty, strict diet, eating kale, proteins, shit. But then once a week on cheat day, I get to fuck anyone I like. And it just takes the edge off. Do you know what I'm saying? Thank you. Yeah. You know, dieting is hard. You can eat as much pussy as you like. There's no calories in pussy. Do it now. Have a snack. Isn't that be weird? Come on, everybody start just oral sex. No? Well, why did I fucking come here? I drove a long way to get here. I drove all the way from Rio Rancho, that's where I live. Some of you have probably already noticed the accent. Yeah, like you go north in Rio Rancho, real pretentious fucks. We all have English accents. More pretentious than Santa Fe, the nice parts of Santa Fe. Oh, dear. No, I don't. Who here just from screaming or making any noise? I don't give a shit what it is. Who thought I was Australian? Yeah, even hand. That's because you're trash. Good, I just saw a hand. You might be badass. I'm just joking, unless you're a pussy, in which case I'm not. No, I'm from England, but I've lived in like 20 years, which is good because it means you can understand everything I'm saying, right? It's not funny, but you can understand it. Some people from England, I'm going to go ahead and say, some people from England are too English. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, weed out all the people that hate the English. You know, really, so English you can't understand. I can't understand some people are so English, they only speak in vowels. Have you heard these ones? Hey! Hey, yo, you! Hey, yo, you! Hey, yo, and you can walk in vowels somehow. Does that make any sense? Walking in vowels, I don't know. Walking in consonants. It's a new bit, fuck it, don't worry about it. It'll be thrown away. But New Mexico's a scary place, right? I mean, Santa Fe is nicer than some parts, but it's a weird place. I was going for a walk recently, which I realize is a very European thing to do. In New Mexico, no one walks anywhere. If you walk down the street by choice, which is what I sometimes do, I'm gonna have something to do. I don't just walk down the street mindlessly like a fucking idiot. But if I want to go, like, I don't know, for a stroll to the convenience store to pick up a slushie, I don't know why I looked at you and said slushie. I'm not saying that. I'm not talking. You're not on the joke. Stop it. No. If I walk down the street in, even in Rio Rancho, even the nicer parts, people think, not that I'm going for a walk, but that I'm a homeless drug addict, piece of shit, and they have to honk their horn. Yet, and not, if I see a drug addict who's homeless, I don't hate them, I feel bad for them. But in New Mexico, people see you and they honk, they open the window and go, fuck you, and they throw trash at you. Presumably thinking I'm gonna eat it, but I don't. So, but one time I was walking, I gave up walking in New Mexico a while ago, except I had to get an oil change. And they had my car, and I had a few minutes to spare, so I walked across the street to Walmart. Sorry, Santa Fe, I shop at Walmart. And this thing happened to me that's never happened, and I've heard of it happening, but it really shouldn't ever happen, where I'm standing at a traffic light, waiting for the signal to walk across, and somebody came up behind me and did that weird thing where he put his hands over my eyes and went, "Guess who?" Which is like a really awful, terrifying thing to do. And I instinctively went, "Get the fuck off," but he's done it before. I guess he latched on like a little monkey. Like immediately I was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna shift this guy unless this is a scene. Like I'm gonna fight him." So for a second I was like, "Oh, I don't know who is it John?" He sounded a bit like a friend of mine called John. He goes, "Guess again." And I go, "Alright, is it David?" My friend David. He goes, "Wrong again, you gotta guess." And then I became furious. I went, "Get the fuck off!" Have you ever had like a child sitting on your shoulders and they get scared and they stick their fingers into your eyeballs? And you pull it off. You pull the hand off and they put it right back in there again. I've got glasses, it doesn't really work, but I couldn't get his hand off. And for a moment there, it was just a full-on fight with this guy. I'm going, "Get the fuck up!" I'm spinning around and pulling his hand off, and he's like, "No, not till you guess who I am." And I fell to the ground, and I'm rolling around on the ground now, snap elbows, rolling in gravel. We're both fucked. I'm like, "Oh, get the fuck up, get the fuck up." He's like, "No, not till you guess who I am." And then finally, it's just really embarrassing. I couldn't get him off me. And eventually I just lay there on the ground, lifeless. And I was like, I'm just laying there, and I'm like, give up. And it wasn't that long, but it was like 30 seconds, which is a long time to be laying on a major intersection with a man on your back. And I out-weirded him. I stayed there for so long that eventually he just popped up. He was like, "Okay?" And I looked up at him and said, "Who the fuck are you?" He said, "We've never met." It was really weird, so I don't walk anymore. Really fucked me up this week. I'm tremendous pain. But even driving in New Mexico can be scary. The New Mexico drivers are psychopaths, even when they're being nice. I had this weird thing happen where I pulled up at a four-way stop sign, and I pulled up, and why is that funny? She's never heard of a four-way stop sign. You're like, "Fuck you, everyone, just drive straight through." Four ways, there's my way. Sorry. That's what I do when people get into this turn on me. Anyway, I pull up at the exact same time as another person. Usually this resolves itself because the other person will usually just go straight through without even looking at me. But this time, they were nice, they were polite. They looked at me and they said, "Go ahead, after you." Which is very, very rare, at least where I live in New Mexico. I mean, it's New Mexico, so he didn't actually say, "Go ahead after you." What he actually said was, "Fucking go! Go, you piece of shit!" And I hadn't, to be honest, I hadn't even fully stopped. He already pulled up going, "Fucking go!" And I didn't know what to do. Like, I went, obviously, I was terrified. But it was a weird, I didn't know how to respond because on the one hand, he was incredibly polite because he did want me to go first. But he was such a dick about it. Eventually I just drove through and I went, "Thank you, you piece of shit!" Threw trash out the window because I learned that. I learned that on the streets. Just from other weird noises. Anyone here from out of town? Further away than England? No. So shut up, I'm sorry. What's that?
My dad is.
My dad is. So is mine. Actually, he's dead. So he's all in heaven. Thank you. I want to abruptly end this set with a lovely story about a time that I was nearly murdered in England by a pack of wild jellyfish. Now this is a you're giggling, you should, because actually you can't really be murdered by jellyfish, can you? Because jellyfish are the most basic life form. They don't even have a brain. They're just jelly and stingy, and that's it. Okay, so they can't murder implies intent. Really what happens is jellyfish float around and then stupid people like me bump into them and get stuck. But I'm going to tell you this story because it's great. When I was about 7 years old, I was swimming in the ocean on Mersey Island, England. That's where I'm from. And I found myself surrounded by jellyfish. And I was immediately getting stung all over. And it wasn't that bad, to be honest with you. I was like, all right, I know this is bad. I it back to the beach. But then, and this is not a lie, a jellyfish got lodged in my little Speedos and it went in my butt. Like, it fucked me up for life. I can't come with... never mind. No, it got in my butt, and this is the thing that I learned. Until it got in my butt, someone walked in at that exact point. And until it got in my butt, I was against anal sex. No. Until it got in my butt, I was like doing okay. But you'd be surprised how hard it is to swim when your butthole is in... Do you know how much you use a butthole for swimming? Oh, it's all butthole. So I started to drown because I'm paralyzed in the butthole. I'm freaking out, and then a hero, a man I didn't know at the time, I've never seen him since, he comes running out into the ocean, wades through, swims up, grabs me, pulls me out, and I'm going, who's that? He goes, oh, shut up. And then he drags me onto the beach, drops me on the ground, and then he goes, okay, you've got a lot of jellyfish stings, okay? You know what I have to do, right? And the audience is already laughing. Everybody knows what to do if you get stung by a jellyfish. What do you do? Right, I love that. People who have never left New Mexico, they've never seen an ocean, they are very well equipped for any time a jellyfish stings someone. Alright? And that's because it's so weird, right? You never forget it. But like, you're not going to get stung in New Mexico by a jellyfish unless you make that shit happen. Like, you've got to spend money, you know, and I'm not saying it's not worth it, I've been there, but... but you have real threats in New Mexico, like wild rattlesnakes. What do you do if a rattlesnake bites you?
Suck it out.
Suck it out? No, that's because you're a slime. No, honestly, no, I always thought it was suck the venom out, but then a doctor, let's just say it was a doctor, told me you shouldn't suck it out. You've got to just fucking get to a doctor as quick as you can, blah, blah, blah. Anti-venom, exactly, but this is the thing. If it turned out that the natural remedy for a rattlesnake bite was, I don't know, semen, like, not only would all of you go, come on it, you'd all know immediately because it's a weird sexual thing, just like peeing on it, right? Not only would we all know that, but there would be a fucking shit ton of weird men in the sand deers just hiding in bushes waiting for someone to say ow. Some poor fuckers, ow, my ankle! Don't worry, I'm trained! What are you doing? Rattlesnake bite! No, I rolled my ankle! Oh, shit! Well, rub it in, it still might help. It's curable. Shut up. I'm going to whip up a new batch of antibiotics. Sorry. Anyway, so I'm on the beach. This guy is like saying, you know what I'm going to do, right? And I don't think he meant pee on me. But remember, it was my butthole that was the biggest problem. So I got up and pulled my Speedos down. He goes, no. You, that's rattlesnakes you're thinking of. No, don't do that. And at this point, a group of helpful men had gathered around this little boy, 6 years old I was. I think I said 7 earlier, it's getting juicier. A toddler, laying on the beach. And if you've been on Mersey Island, where I'm from, in 1980, you would have seen a little boy and a group of men just pissing all over him, and he would never come back, which is exactly how he wanted it. But the worst part is, one guy only peed directly in my face. And that was the one part of my body that hadn't been stung. I managed to keep that. So I was yelling, I was like, whoa, stop! The jellyfish didn't sting me in the face! The jellyfish didn't sting me in the face! And I'll never forget what he said. He just looks at me and he goes, jellyfish? What the fuck is he talking about? When's it my turn? And that is why you must never go to Mersey Island, especially in 1980, whatever it was. That's my time.